In 500 BMWs, I've noticed something that never stops surprising me. Owners bring their car in for a service. We go through the vehicle, and sitting right there in the iDrive, or built into the key fob, or hiding behind a button they've pressed 1,000 times, is a feature they've never used, never even knew existed. These aren't glitches. They're not hacks. They're factory-built features BMW installed in your car before it left the factory. Features that can save you money, protect your engine, and make your daily drive completely different. Some of these features are actively protecting other BMW owners' cars right now and saving them money at the shop while yours sits with them switched off. Not because your car doesn't have them. It almost certainly does. Because no one told you they were there. Your dealer didn't mention them. Your owner's manual buries them in fine print. And unless you've spent as long under the bonnet of these cars as I have, you'd never think to look. So today I'm going through the hidden features I see owners miss. Every single time. The ones I explain after a service, standing in the car park, because they should have been covered the day the car was handed over. Consider this your proper handover. 10 features. All factory installed. All in your car right now. Let's get into it. Feature 1. The hidden service menu in your instrument cluster. Let's start with the one that, honestly, shocks me that more people don't know about. Your BMW has a hidden onboard computer menu sitting right inside your instrument cluster. Not in the iDrive. Not buried in a settings screen. In the cluster itself. And it's been there on most models since 1999. Here's how you get to it. Turn your ignition to position 1. One click, accessories on, engine not running. If your BMW has a start button, press it twice without touching the brake pedal. Now find the trip reset button. It's either on the left indicator stalk or on the instrument cluster face. Press and hold it for about 5 seconds. The hidden service menu appears right there in your cluster display. What's inside? Battery voltage in real time. Coolant temperature. Oil temperature. Remaining service interval data. On older models, a full system test that cycles through every single warning light on your dashboard to confirm each one is working. Now here's why this matters in practical terms. That battery warning your BMW throws. Recharge battery is one of the most misdiagnosed, overcharged items I see at the shop. Owners come in. The dealer tells them they need a new battery, charges for a full diagnostic inspection. But if you can pull up live battery voltage yourself in 30 seconds, anything above 12.4 volts at rest is generally healthy. You walk in with information instead of just a credit card. That's the difference between a $30 check and a $200 one. The full step-by-step, including the advanced unlock method that gives you access to a deeper layer of data normally reserved for technicians. That's all written out in the description below. I'll put the exact process there so you can follow it at your own pace without pausing and rewinding. Go and grab it after the video. Feature 2. Parked car ventilation. The feature that fixes a stuffy BMW before you even get in. If you've ever walked to your car on a hot day and been hit by a wall of hot air the moment you open the door, this feature is for you. BMW has a built-in parked car ventilation system. It runs your cabin fan at a set time, without the engine running, without the air conditioning on, to move air through the interior and drop the temperature before you get in. You set it through iDrive, go to Settings, then Climate, and activate Parked Car Ventilation. You'll get 2 timer slots. Set the time you normally get to your car, and the system will run the fan for 30 minutes before that time. Now the first thing I get asked is, will this kill my battery? The answer is no, if you use it correctly. The ventilation runs once per 24-hour period for 30 minutes. That draw on a healthy BMW battery is negligible. Where people get into trouble is running it multiple times in a day with the engine off. Do that repeatedly, and yes, you'll drain the battery. Once a day, set to a timer. It's designed for exactly that use, and BMW engineered the power draw accordingly. This feature is available across E-Series, F-Series, and G-Series models. It's factory installed, and I'd estimate fewer than 1 in 10 owners I speak to has ever activated it. Feature 3. Mirror dip in reverse. The parking feature hidden in plain sight. This one I genuinely can't explain why BMW doesn't advertise more. It's one of the most practically useful features on the car. When you put your BMW into reverse, you can have the passenger side mirror automatically tilt downward to show you the curb, the parking line, or whatever is directly behind and below that corner of the car. This makes parallel parking dramatically easier, especially in tight city spaces. To activate it, use the mirror adjustment switch on your door. The same switch you use to toggle between driver and passenger mirror. Hold it to the left while shifting into reverse. The passenger mirror will dip. When you come out of reverse, it returns to its normal position automatically. On F and G series models with more advanced settings, you can also configure both mirror sensitivity and the exact angle of the dip through iDrive's vehicle settings menu. This is standard equipment on virtually every E, F, and G series BMW. I've shown this to owners of 5 Series and X5s who've had the car for 3 or 4 years and had no idea. Feature 4, BMW Automatic Hold. Why you're still pressing the brake at every red light. If your BMW has an electronic parking brake, which covers most models from around 2011 onward, it almost certainly has a feature called Automatic Hold. And if you're not using it, you are doing unnecessary work every single time you drive. Automatic Hold works like this. You come to a complete stop, you lift your foot off the brake, and the car holds itself stationary. It won't roll forward. It won't roll back on a hill. It sits still until you press the accelerator, at which point it releases and drives normally. To activate it, look for a button near your gear selector or on the center console marked Auto H or with a P symbol with an A. Press it once, and it becomes active for that drive cycle. Now here's what most owners don't realize. This isn't just a convenience feature. For owners with higher mileage BMWs, particularly the 5 Series and X5, consistent use of automatic hold reduces wear on your brake pads at low-speed stops. Because the electronic parking brake is holding the car, not your foot riding the hydraulic brakes. Over tens of thousands of miles, that adds up. It also reduces heat cycling on your brake system in stop-start traffic. And for anyone with any joint issues, it removes the constant pressure you'd otherwise keep on the brake pedal at every light. I've met owners who've had this button in front of them for years and assumed it was the regular parking brake. Feature 5. The programmable dashboard shortcut buttons. The ones you probably use as radio presets. On most BMW models from the mid-2000s onward, you have a row of numbered buttons on your center console or dashboard. Most owners treat them as radio presets. They are not just radio presets. Those buttons can be programmed to open virtually any iDrive function with a single press. Navigation home. A specific contact for hands-free calling. Climate presets. Vehicle settings pages. Anything you navigate to regularly in iDrive can be assigned to one of those buttons. To program them, navigate to the function you want. Let's say your navigation home destination. Get to that screen in iDrive. Then press and hold one of the numbered buttons for about 2 seconds until you hear a confirmation tone or see confirmation on screen. That function is now mapped to that button. Here's why this matters practically. Every time a driver is scrolling through iDrive menus while moving, they're distracted. BMW designed these shortcut buttons specifically to reduce that problem. Single press, no scrolling, no searching. On E-Series models, the function is similar, but the buttons may be labeled differently. On F-Series and G-Series with iDrive 6 and 7, the system is more refined and supports more complex destination programming. I've worked on BMWs where the owner had every single button set to a different radio station. 8 stations. That's all they knew those buttons could do. Feature 6. The BMW garage door opener hidden in your rearview mirror. Look up at your rearview mirror. On most BMW E, F, and G series models, including 3 Series, 5 Series, X3, X5, and more, there are 3 small buttons on the underside of that mirror. Most owners have never touched them. Those buttons are a built-in HomeLink transmitter. You can program them to control your garage door, your gate, or any remote-controlled entrance, without carrying a separate remote. To program it, turn on the ignition. Press and hold the left and right mirror buttons simultaneously for about 20 seconds until the LED flashes, which clears any existing programming. Then hold your garage remote about 2 to 8 centimeters from the mirror buttons. Press and hold both the remote button and the mirror button you want to assign, and release when the LED starts flashing rapidly. For garages with rolling code security systems, which most modern garage doors use, there's an additional step. Press the Learn button on your garage door motor within 30 seconds of pressing the mirror button twice in quick succession. This feature is compatible with 3 Series from 2007, 5 Series from 2007, X5 from 2007, X3 from 2007, and most other BMW models through to the early 2020s. I always mention this to owners because a separate clip-on garage remote is one more thing to lose, one more thing to replace. This one never leaves your car. Feature 7. Pathway lighting. Your BMW lights your way home and then turns itself off. This is a small one, but once you know it exists, you'll use it every time you park at night. BMW pathway lighting, also called follow me home lights, uses your headlights to illuminate your path as you walk away from the car. You park, you get out, and your headlights stay on for around 30 seconds before shutting off automatically. To activate it, after you park, pull the headlight stalk toward you once. The same motion as flashing your lights. Get out of the car. Lock it. The headlights will illuminate for 30 seconds, or whatever duration you've set through iDrive, then switch off on their own. You can customize the duration through iDrive, settings, lights, and then pathway lighting. You can typically choose between 15 and 60 seconds. This is available across E, F, and G series BMWs. It uses your existing headlight circuit. No extra battery drain beyond what a 30-second headlight cycle would normally use. Feature 8. BMW Welcome Lights. What the angel eyes are actually for. Related to pathway lighting, but different. BMW Welcome Lights uses the angel eye LED rings to illuminate when you unlock the car with the key fob. Before you even touch the door, you activate it through iDrive, settings, lights, welcome lights. Enable it, and make sure your headlight switch is set to either lights on or automatic lights. From that point on, every time you press unlock on your key fob, the front and rear LEDs light up to greet you. For owners with E90s and other E-Series models with the classic angel eye halo rings, this makes the welcome sequence genuinely impressive. For F and G series owners with LED or laser headlights, it's a cleaner, more subtle effect. It has no meaningful impact on battery life. It's a fraction of a second draw when you unlock, and it turns off the moment you start the car. Feature 9. Headlight Sprayers. The button most owners have never pressed. Look at the front bumper of your BMW, just below the headlights. If you see small rectangular cutouts or covers on each side, your car is equipped with headlight washers. Here's how to activate them. Turn your headlights on. Then pull the windshield washer stalk toward you. The same stalk you use to spray washer fluid on the windscreen. On E-Series models like the E60 or E90, 2 pulls activates the headlight washers. On F-Series and G-Series vehicles, it may require 3. When activated, the small covers open and 2 jets spray washer fluid directly onto your headlight lenses. On vehicles with projector or LED headlights, even a thin film of road grime can reduce light output by 30 to 40% according to automotive lighting research. On a dark road, that matters. Most owners either don't know the button exists, or they've tried it accidentally and weren't sure what happened. You can check whether your specific BMW has the headlight cleaning system by looking for option code S502A in your vehicle build sheet, which you can access through your VIN. Feature 10. Condition-based service. Why you're probably servicing your BMW too early. This is the one where I've seen owners spend money they didn't need to spend. BMW's condition-based service system, CBS, doesn't use fixed mileage intervals. It uses actual data from your driving patterns, engine temperature cycles, oil degradation estimates, and other factors to determine when each service item genuinely needs attention. Most owners see 10,000 miles and assume it's time for an oil change. But their CBS might be showing 4,000 miles remaining, or 6,000. They're servicing earlier than the system recommends, which costs money, and in some cases, with modern synthetic oils designed for extended drain intervals, actually provides no additional benefit. You can view your full CBS status through iDrive. Go to the main menu, select Vehicle Information, and then Service Requirements. You'll see a breakdown of every monitored item: engine oil, brake fluid, front brake pads, rear brake pads, cabin microfilter, and depending on your model, additional items like spark plugs and coolant. Each item shows either remaining mileage or a date estimate. Green means you have time. Yellow means it's approaching. Red means it's due. On E-Series models, access it through the instrument cluster. Press and hold the trip reset button and the BC button on the indicator stalk to scroll through CBS items. Here's what I tell every customer. Let the CBS guide your servicing. That's what it's there for. BMW spent considerable engineering resource building a system that reads your actual car, not a calendar. Use it. The caveat: CBS doesn't override common sense. If you're smelling something burning, if your oil looks black and gritty at 5,000 miles, or if you're doing a lot of short cold starts in extreme temperatures, inspect earlier. CBS is a baseline, not a ceiling. 10 features, all factory installed, all sitting in your BMW right now. None of these cost you a penny extra. None of them require modification. None of them void your warranty. They were all in the car the day you drove it away. The only reason you didn't know about them is that no one thought it was their job to tell you. But here's what changes now. The next time a warning light comes on, you're not guessing. You're checking the hidden menu. The next time a dealer tells you it's time for a service, you're looking at CBS first. The next time someone tells you your battery needs replacing, you already know what the voltage says. At this point, you're not just an owner anymore. You're reading the car. And that's exactly where you want to be. Full step-by-step instructions for the hidden menu and advanced VIN unlock are in the description. Save it. If this was useful, subscribe. Because we do this every week. Real information from people who actually work on these cars. Not marketing copy. Not dealer talking points. See you in the next one.